Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to the Friday night exposure with the Exposer. I'm your host, Ajani, the Exposer. We're coming live and direct, straight off the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to become a member of the channel. Again, it is the Friday night with the Exposer. So we're gonna have another great show. As tonight's show is, y'all, we can see here, we're going to talk about whether or not LeBron James has a jump shot and if Jaylen Brown actually has a left hand. Because from that video we just saw, Michael Jordan has a left hand. What we have come to see, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, is that with this new "we are done with the 90s" phrase, is that Michael Jordan fans don't watch basketball. They actually don't watch the games. They are not doing any real film study. So we're going to use highlights just like they use highlights to prove our point. So this is what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. So thank you for joining me. As you guys know, we are the GOAT James Kingdom platform. It is the Friday night exposure with the Exposer. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. As you guys know, we come with nothing but fire on a Friday night. But as well, you guys know we show up on a Sunday afternoon. You can catch us Sunday noon Eastern time for the GOAT James Kingdom show with B. Lee and Ajani, because you guys know what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. But tonight's show is about Ajani, because Friday nights is my night for me to have you guys come up and speak to me about basketball. And tonight we have a few games on the slate as well. So thank you for joining me on a Friday night. As you can see, the games that are on the slate tonight, my Heat are actually playing against the Pistons tonight. It seems like my Heat like to play on a Friday night. But thank y'all again for joining me on a Friday night. I see y'all here. Appreciate y'all for showing up. So we're going to have a fun Friday night because I am going to prove, ladies and gentlemen, that LeBron James actually does have a jump shot. We're going to prove this. We're going to prove that LeBron James has a jump shot. So thanks everybody for joining me. I'm going to put up the link very shortly for you guys to go ahead and join the platform with me. Again, it is the Friday night exposure with the Exposer. I'm about to put y'all on blast, bro. Today's about to be fun. So you guys just saw that footage of Michael Jordan, right? Michael Jordan supposedly has a left hand because they're showing us footage of Michael Jordan going right and supposed to be finishing with his left hand, or going right on the left side of the floor, or going left and dribbling twice and finishing the move. Either way, they're showing us highlights. And what we're realizing is that none of these guys are doing what Mike Peake is doing, which is actually sitting in his couch and watching the games. And as he watches the games, he is recording what he's seeing, and he's giving us videos of it. Jordan fans are not doing this. They are not sitting down and going back and watching the Michael Jordan games to show us that Michael Jordan's game was what they say it is. They are not doing it. Now other people are doing what Mike Peake are doing, and now they're making their own videos. So your little 21 highlights of Michael Jordan is not enough. You got to do more research. You got to do more work. And if you don't want to do that work, that's fine. But we're going to prove that Jaylen Brown has a left hand. With the way you guys want to prove Jordan's left hand, I can prove it because I heard Jaylen Brown doesn't have a left hand. That's what I was told. Everybody says Jaylen Brown doesn't have a left hand. I want to know, where does this come from? Why is Jaylen Brown left hand not there? Where are you getting this information from? They're going to tell you with the eye test. It's all about the eye test. I find that weird. I find that weird that you guys want to use the eye test. Nobody wants to take their time out and do the film study. So we're going to go out and show you some film. We're going to go ahead. Here we go. Benjamin's in the building. AKA, he's cherry picking the low lights. No, he's not. You're cherry picking the highlights. And we're going to prove it here in GOAT James Kingdom. You're not doing the studies. You're not going back and watching the game. We know you guys are not watching the games that are on today's NBA. All you do is watch the highlights and make predictions. Critique it and make all your little predictions about it. Right? You watch the playoffs and make a whole thing about the playoffs because what you claim is the playoffs means the most. But I'm going to prove it. Like I said, I'm going to prove that Jaylen Brown has a left hand. And I want y'all to tell me if I'm bugging because y'all were using videos to prove Jordan got a left hand. I'm going to prove a video that Jaylen Brown got a left hand. So let's see here if Jaylen Brown has a left hand or not. Because I want y'all to tell me what I see is wrong or not. So ladies and gentlemen, let's check out Jaylen Brown's left hand. Here it is right here. Jaylen Brown dribbled up the whole floor with his left hand. No problem. Look at it. The whole floor, keeping the guy off him. Boom. Finishes with his right. But he dribbled more times than Jordan ever dribbled in any footage you showed me with his left hand. Here he goes again. Going left. Right? That's what y'all said. He was using his left hand. Right? Here it is here. Look, boom. They're going to pass him the ball. Look what he does with his left hand. Jaylen Brown with a left hand. I don't know what y'all said. I see the left hand. Here we go. There we go. That's a left-handed layup. Look at that. Finish with his left hand. Jaylen Brown. They say, look, boom, they're going left. Oh my God. Jaylen Brown doesn't have a left? Where's this Jaylen Brown? Where? That's him going left. I thought Jaylen Brown couldn't go left. Oh shit. That's what I see. Jaylen Brown going left. I mean, am I wrong? As my visuals need to be checked here? Where is this Jaylen Brown doesn't have a left? Oh, it doesn't end there. Because if we go back to last night's game, Jaylen Brown went off for 37 points last night. He went ham last night. Let's see if Jaylen Brown still don't have a left hand. I want to know, where is this Jaylen Brown doesn't have a left hand? Let's see. Oh, here it is. Jaylen Brown, left hand. Oh, Jaylen Brown's left hand. I guess Jaylen Brown does have a left hand. Mike and Jaylen Brown have a left hand. Look at this. That was last night. Look at that. You remember the slam dunk contest, he put on the Michael Jackson glove. Here we go. Look, Jaylen Brown going left. Look at him. Dribbling with his left hand. Finishing it in the paint. Nice little mid-range. There we go. Jaylen Brown has a left hand. Here we go again. Going left. Pull up. From 30. Maybe 28. Here we go. Jaylen Brown with his left hand. I don't know. Boom, left hand. Jaylen Brown. Oh, look at the bully move by Jaylen Brown with the left hand. Oh, this is fantastic. Oh, yeah, here we go. Boop, going left. Jaylen Brown. Bully ball. That's what we do in 2020s. Left hand. Jaylen Brown got a left hand, y'all. Jaylen Brown got a left hand. Fired. Let's go. Oh, man, look at that. Jaylen Brown got a left hand. Look at this. Dribbling, going left, finishing strong against Bradley Beal. Huh? So where's this that? I don't understand this. So does Jaylen Brown got a left hand? Y'all tell me, does Jaylen Brown got a left hand or not? Based off of the footage we just seen. I just gave you 2 minutes worth of Jaylen Brown going left. All these highlights of Michael Jordan going left, right? Right? That means Jaylen Brown goes left. That right? But then let's do the real test. Let's do the real test. Does LeBron James have a mid-range jumper? Because from all of these GOAT James haters, LeBron doesn't have a jumper. That's all we hear. LeBron can't shoot the ball. LeBron's not a good shooter. Well, what does the film say? Does the film also support that? No, I don't think the film does. Because the same way you're using film to show me Jordan's left hand, I'm going to give you film to show you LeBron James's mid-range. Because it's there. It exists. You can't stop it. Here it is. Huh? There it is. LeBron James midi. There it is. Oh, man, look at this. This is early Cleveland. This is the first stint. Look at this. Pull up from 20. Oh, the mid-range. It's there. For sure, it's there. Look at it. Bam. Again, it's there. Who said LeBron couldn't shoot the ball? Who said LeBron didn't have nothing until he went to Miami? Where y'all getting this from? What basketball game y'all watching? What highlights are you seeing? What are you showing me? I see nothing but look at this. LeBron posting up, facing him. Get in front of me. Whatever you want to do. Right here. In your mouth. 18-footer. Mid-range. LeBron James. Here we go again. Boom. Step back. Bam. 20-footer. 22-footer. Here we go. LeBron James. Again. Mid-range. Oh, my God. No bag. I don't know about y'all. That's a bag right there. That's early LeBron. That's early LeBron. That's Cleveland LeBron. Look. Kevin Garnett. You want to push me out? That's fine. I'll get to my spot. Here it is. Mid-range. Pull up in your face. Where's this saying LeBron don't got no mid-range? If Jordan got a left hand, LeBron had a mid-range since his early years. Bam. Again. What are we talking about here? What y'all want to do? Well, I mean, what y'all want to do? I'm gonna put the link up because I want y'all to tell me LeBron James don't got a mid range after you told me Jordan got a left hand because we were watching Jordan highlights of him going right majority of the time, but supposedly he got a left hand. So I'm gonna put up the link for y'all so y'all can join this conversation with me because we about to have a fun show. This is the GOAT James Kingdom platform. It's Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer. I'm Ajani the Exposer. This is what we do, man. You guys hit that like button, man. Hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to become the member of the channel because we drop nothing but bombs on y'all. This is what we do. So I'm gonna put up the link for y'all. Y'all can join me on this exhibition today and have some fun because I want y'all to tell me where LeBron James doesn't have a mid-range shot at. I want to see this. I want to see what y'all talking about. 90% of y'all say LeBron James has a mid-range. I see that here in the chat. 90%. We got 42 votes. 90% say LeBron James has a mid-range. So we looking good on that. We are looking good on that. So I'm going ahead and put the link in the chat. I see y'all up in here. Shout out to Zero. Shout out to all the GOAT James Kingdom members. Appreciate y'all as y'all support us. Keep us going every week to keep dropping good bomb and knowledge on these players here. As usual, we got my boy in the building. We're going to bring him up. What up, Twin Man? Shout out to Twin Man. What's good, bro?
What up? What up? What up?
What's up, man? Did you see the right-hand bandit going left?
I saw it, bro. I mean, we already know when people started actually showing the video, they would do exactly what everybody knew what they would do. They would get the highlights of him doing something going left, finishing with his left hand, and like you said, they're not taking the time out to actually do the real analysis on what people are saying. So it's funny. But I always thought it was funny when people said LeBron James had no jumper. I always said in his early career, his jumper wasn't as refined as it is now. But to say he had no jumper was insane when you could just watch the games and see him hitting jump shots. Now, if you want to sit here and say his jumper wasn't great, I'll agree with that. If you want to sit here and say he didn't have an elite jump shot, I'll agree with that. But to sit here and say he had no jump shot was just always a lie.
It's preposterous. It's erroneous at all levels. Elite or not elite, he had a jump shot. You're not leaving LeBron James open. You can't score 27 points per game in NBA history for over 1,400 games because you only could get to the rim.
Right.
Can't do it that way. You have to. Matter of fact, I come to find out that not only is LeBron James, I think, I got to go look up the numbers to be sure, but LeBron James, as far as dunking, I believe he's top 5 all time in most dunks in NBA history since it's been recorded, and he's top 10 in 3-pointers. He's top 10 in both dunks and 3-pointers in NBA history. Only player in that category. So he can not only get to the rim, he can shoot the ball.
I find funny for everybody who wants to harp on, oh, well, he does most of his damage in the paint. Okay, that's on the other team to stop him from getting in the paint. Like, I've never understand how is that a knock? If I'm excellent getting to the rim and you can't stop me from getting to the rim, that's your defense's fault. Make me shoot my below average jump shot. If you can't make him do that, that's your fault. And that's what I've always told people.
That's what we always got to explain. Even if you tried to make me shoot, it never benefited you. You just can't leave LeBron James open. You can't just let him do whatever he wants on the basketball court. He's too great.
I'm not about to pretend like he's always had an awesome night shooting the basketball. See, I can be intellectually honest about stuff, but to sit here and pretend and say he has no jump shot, it's just a lie. See, when people are saying Jordan has no left hand, they're saying he can't dribble with his left. No one said he couldn't finish with his left. No one sit here and say he couldn't finish a left-hand layup. We're sitting here saying, could he do what Jaylen Brown just did and pin somebody off with their left hand, his left hand, and take him up the court? No, Jordan's a right-handed player who predominantly went right. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all. Most guys in his era was the same way. Right. It's not a knock on MJ, but again, they're the ones who believe MJ has no flaws. They're the ones who tell us MJ can shoot the ball and MJ can do everything. It was known to push Jordan left, and he lost throughout the whole 80s because you just had to push him left. and you just
Right.
had to. He was bound to make mistake. He was a disaster going left. It's nothing. It's I mean, what are we going to say? Allen Iverson said he didn't have a left and didn't like going left, and they consider him a top 5 ball handler of all time. So
Exactly.
y'all can say what y'all want, man. Y'all can say what y'all want. I got some more folks in the background. You got any last words right quick to him, man, before we get up out of here? Shout out to you, Sports Talk Only. Thank you for joining me. Yes, LeBron James is ambidextrous. I think he's left-handed in general because you go to private school, you have to use your right hand. But go ahead. I'm listening to it, man. Last words.
I would have to sit here and say that. Well, my last thoughts of this is that people just need to stop hating. People, just because people are critiquing Michael Jordan, that doesn't mean Jordan was a bum. No one's saying that. That doesn't take away from his greatness. No one's saying that. But to make it seem like he was this flawless person and he did everything just at an elite level is just a lie. To sit here and lie the way I do on the greatest player of all time, LeBron James, just needs to stop. Just the level of disdain and hate y'all have for someone who has been nothing but excellent for 21 straight years is insane. All of you are insane. And I'm out.
That's out. That's out. That's not by Twin, man. Appreciate you, Twin, man. Appreciate you, boy. Appreciate you. I'm about to bring you up, Travis and Benjamin here. Give me a second here. Shout out to King Mufasa Red. Yes, indeed. LeBron is supposed to be as natural lefty. Rex, to answer your question, yeah, no, Jordan's never had a left-hand game, but he shot free throws with his left hand. And there's footage of him shooting threes, college threes with his left hand, practicing somewhere. But again, we got footage of LeBron James shooting free throws with both of his right hand and left hand, right? So is that going to mean LeBron James can shoot both hands, left hand, right? We got footage of it. We got the footage. So we got Travis here. What up, Travis? Thank you for joining me, man. Let me bring up Benjamin right quick, Travis. What up, Benjamin? What's good, bro?
Yo,
What's going on, man? What you got for me on a Friday night, man? You don't like LeBron James mid-range game, huh?
I mean, it's not terrible, but I mean, obviously, it's not good. Uh, Best was in Miami. He had a 4-year stretch in Miami. It was pretty solid, but that's as far as it goes.
So
I just think his flaws. Go ahead.
how did he have it? How did he have it only in Miami? How's it only Miami was it available? Why was it only available in Miami?
Those are his most efficient seasons. He was just a better shooter in
No,
general.
I got you. I got you. You're talking stats, which is very weird. I don't usually you guys don't like to use the stats, but I'm asking you why was those numbers so efficient in Miami but couldn't be efficient elsewhere?
I think his just touch was better in Miami. It was a mix of other things too. You have to worry about his first step more. Also, the scoring gravity of Wade and Bosh kind of, made it easier for him. But his touch was, I think he shot his best free throw percentage in Miami, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm pretty sure that translated to him being a better mid-range shooter too.
What, shooting free throws? That's not a
Yeah,
jump shot. That's not a jump shot. That's you
no,
standing there.
free throw is one of the best indicators of shooting in general. So him being a better free throw shooter there, it kind of makes sense that he would shoot better from midi and three.
Yeah, no, he's right. I mean, so
Huh?
LeBron,
No.
LeBron,
Go ahead, Travis. Go ahead.
oh no, so LeBron's career average for mid range overall is about 37%. Okay, like he actually had, I mean, his Franklin's right in Miami specifically 2012-13. From specifically between 10 to 14 feet, he shot about 41%. So that's actually about league average of what it is today from that distance. Last year, he was okay. He shot about 32% from that same distance, 43% from 15 to 19 feet. So, I mean, he's not, like you said, he doesn't have a horrible feet, but he's not even better than old Mike. Old Mike was shooting about 43% from mid
He's not.
range during his last season on the Wizards. So, I guess, does he have an abysmal jump shot? No. Obviously, like you said, 27 points per game can't be achieved by just dunking every single shot. No. But again, he chokes a lot in the playoffs. We don't want to talk about that. I have the receipts. No one wants to debate that. Twin men ducked out. I was hoping he'd stay up there so I could check him a little bit.
No, Twin Man,
But
you heard that. Okay, Travis is on fire. Let me finish my conversation with Benjamin, and Travis, you can start your flamethrower in a second.
tag you in, Benjamin.
Hey, I'll jump right in.
So you were saying that LeBron James's mid-range shot had touch in Miami, correct?
Yeah, it was better.
And somehow he lost it when he left Miami. Am I correct by you saying that?
Yeah.
So why is he still shooting from mid-range this year?
I haven't seen his numbers this year.
Oh, his numbers are comparable to Michael Jordan. Like he said, 15 and 20 feet. LeBron James is better than Jordan was in his best year, which was 1997. So LeBron James is still the. And again, you guys say all this stuff about LeBron James's mid range. In let's see here, in 2018 he shot 2017 he shot 44% from 10 to 16 feet, which is considered mid range. He shot 42% in 2018. That was in Cleveland. That was better than the last 2 years he was in Miami. This year between let me see here. Let's see what the other numbers here. Oh, which is 16 at the 30 feet. Let's look at some other times. In 2022, which was not too many games, he shot 43%. But in Cleveland, his first year in LA, he shot 45% at that range. He shot 40% in 2016. He shot 45 in Miami in 2013, which is we can consider LeBron James' most prime years. In 2011, he shot 45% from that same field. LeBron James has been hitting jump shots throughout his whole career. I mean, the footage shows it as well. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't know what y'all talking about. It's bad or poor. Even if we want to go to the playoffs, the man has always still been there and available for his team and hitting all kind of jump shots. Again, the average mid-range shooting for NBA history is less than 38%.
You're running into a big problem. So you're looking at like a specific distance. Like I believe one of those you said like 15 to 19 feet or something. Yeah, he could be good in like a specific area, but we're talking about all of his mid-range jumpers. Like the like just for his career, like Travis said, he's at from 10 to 16, he's at 36%. From 16 feet to the 3-point line, he's at 38% for his career.
Yeah, and that's what they considered mid-range. Mid-range is basically between 10 to the 3-point line, 20 feet. And LeBron James shoots about 38% for his career. And as I stated before, the NBA history at that same location is less than 38% for its history. And LeBron
I think it's actually right around, I think in his era, I don't know about the history. It's probably bad back then, but in his era, yeah, I think he's right around league average. Might even be slightly below. Just depends.
Yeah, and his era is slightly below. His era is about 39%. Close to that. But he's also, like I said, he's at 38.8, something like that. He's close to 39%. He's not bad from that field. Like I said, he shoots on par with league average, and this is the best shooting era in NBA history. So he shows that he can shoot. That's the thing. He has a jump shot. He has it by the numbers and by the film. He's been able to shoot the ball. Early in his career, it was shaky. Because again, he was young and he was learning to develop his jump shot and learning how to take his shot in the right spots. Again, it's also about knowing when and where you can take your shots at. So sometimes you take bad shots like Kobe did. Because honestly, Kobe shot 42% for his career from mid-range. That's nowhere near the top players in mid-range shooting. Nor is Michael Jordan's 44.5%.
Yeah, but it's more so the volume on top of it, which makes it more impressive for Kobe.
Well, that's the thing. LeBron, it doesn't have a high volume in shooting in that area. When it comes to LeBron James taking shots between 10 to 16 feet, he takes less than 10% of his shots from 10 to 16 feet. If you want to add the 16 to the 3-point line, LeBron James takes about 28%, 29% of his shots from that part of the court, which would be the second most. But that, again, that's between 10 to 20 feet, or 10 to the 3-point line in particular. But LeBron James, again, is still efficient when you talk about from that part of the court.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would say it.
And that covers the whole court. Again, that's what we're talking about, the whole 10 to 15 or whatever, 10 to 20 foot range.
Yeah, I don't think anyone would ever say that like he's a liability in that regard.
I would never call him like Giannis level, like or anything like that, but he's just not good. Like there's a reason why, as you said, he doesn't shoot that many. It's just not an efficient offense for him. Like Kevin Durant.
It's not efficient in general.
Yeah, league average, but that's why the mid-range snipers, the Devin Bookers, the Michael Jordans, the Kobe Bryants, Kevin Durants, they could spam as many as they want because they're elite at that.
Well, yeah, but Kevin Durant's a different subject. You couldn't put Kevin Durant in those people's topics because Kevin Durant could finish and get to the rim better than Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, or Devin Booker can.
I don't know about getting to the rim. I'm sure he has a higher finishing percentage, but I don't know about getting to the rim.
Way higher finishing percentage.
He has a higher finishing percentage, but however, higher finishing percentage doesn't mean you're a better finisher per se, or at least rim pressure.
Well, shooting
like Reggie Miller, for example, he has a higher finishing percentage than Tony Parker, Dwayne Wade,
What
Kyrie
at the
Irving.
rim?
Yeah,
Reggie
he
Miller
does.
at the Reggie
Reggie
Miller
Miller
at the rim.
finishes 69% at the rim, believe it or not. You got to think about the context of their finishing. Like he's getting a lot of back cuts. They're overplaying him. You got to think about it.
No, we gotta look at that up. You said
Yeah, look it up.
we can look it up. You said Reggie Miller finishes at
Yeah. Go to
69%.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna go look that up because I got
Basketball Reference. Reggie Miller 69.7% from 0 to 3 feet, 1996 to 2005. It's a lot more than just your percentage. You got to think about it. How are teams guarding Reggie Miller at the rim compared to Dwayne Wade?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Reggie Miller, I see it here. It says Reggie Miller shoots 69.7% at the rim while taking 11% of his shots at the rim. So that would mean
low volume.
So okay, that number would prove that he is better than Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant at the rim then.
More efficient, but better is something different.
That is better. That is better. Being more
efficient. You got to factor in volume.
The same way
you have to factor in volume.
No, volume has nothing to do with it. It's efficiency.
It does. Volume matters in the mid-range too.
No.
It does.
We're not talking about that because we're talking about simple in fact how efficient you are. You're not talking about volume. We're not talking about volume because LeBron James doesn't have the volume.
No. You said finishing.
Benjamin,
so I put volume into it.
Benjamin, you have to let me speak. If you're going to cut me off, I'm going to send you to the background.
Right, go ahead.
Listen to what I'm telling you. If you want to knock Reggie Miller, 69%, damn near 70% efficiency at the rim because of his volume, then we could knock LeBron James's 38% and say he doesn't shoot that much from the mid-range. So that's why it doesn't count.
Yeah,
so
no.
You see how silly that sounds?
No. You actually got the argument wrong. That would make it less impressive for Reggie Miller. It makes it less impressive for LeBron. He's taking that low volume and he's not shooting good. That hurts the LeBron argument.
No, it doesn't because it doesn't matter. The volume-wise doesn't show. The volume-wise, it's not enough because volume-wise tells us the truth more than the actual percentage. So without him having enough value, we can't consider his percentage. The same way we can't consider Reggie Miller's 70% because there's not enough volume to actually
I didn't say we don't consider. I'm saying you have to factor in he's extremely low volume. That's all I'm saying.
Consider it if you don't consider it to be better than Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant.
I do consider it.
That's better. Michael Jordan shot 60% or 59%.
I didn't say he wasn't more efficient. I said a better finisher. You keep like conflating these things. That's not my argument.
That's better. That means he's better.
More efficient. Yes. Rudy Gobert, for example, is a more efficient scorer than Allen Iverson. I wouldn't say he's a better scorer. These are two completely different things.
We're not talking about scoring. We're talking about at the rim. We're talking about at a specific spot on the basketball
he's
court.
more efficient at the rim. That doesn't mean you're a better finisher.
You're better. Okay, and just because Jordan's more efficient from 3-point land doesn't mean he's better. Okay, you're right.
What are we comparing them to?
We're not comparing them to nothing. We're leaving it as is. The volume is not enough. So your last words, so we can let Travis have some fun. Your last words, Benjamin.
By the way, the guy you're saying is pretty good from mid-range. Is low volume on 38%. Goes down even worse in the playoffs. Below average from mid-range, free throw, and 3-point. It's not anything personal. It's just based on league averages. He's not good from those areas.
Yeah. Again, you say it's not good. The league average says it's average, so being average is average. You don't call Jordan not good from 3-point land, so I'm not going to sit here and let you call LeBron James
You're just arguing against a straw man. I never said anything about his 3-point shot. You are.
Again, is Michael Jordan a 3-point shooter good, or is it bad, like Bron's mid-range?
Michael Jordan's a bad 3-point shooter.
Okay.
Subpar, yes.
Okay, there you go. Thank you for telling us that. You have a good evening, sir. Thank you. That's what you get, y'all. We made a Michael Jordan fan admit Jordan can't shoot 3-pointers. I will not admit LeBron James doesn't shoot mid-range. So, Travis, we were talking Michael Jordan and first of all, Twin Man, if you want to show up, he said he's going to call you out. What did you call Twin Man out on again?
Well, he said LeBron's the GOAT, so we can't.
You want to do the GOAT? No, you can't have the GOAT debate. That's too simple. That's too generic. You got to come with something better than that.
Well, okay. So last Sunday we were talking about, and I think there was a few people. They said that we were talking about Mike choking in playoffs, but LeBron, the consensus was LeBron never chokes, and that just falsehoods all around. In fact, he should have 8 rings.
Look, Benjamin said I'm arguing with a straw man. I gave you your chance to speak. What do you want? You want to sit and have a whole debate with me? We gave you a chance to give you your 5 minutes. You didn't want your 5 minutes. You want me to go a whole show with you after I just proved to you LeBron James is not a bad mid-range shooter? You admitted Jordan's a bad three-point shooter. I'm not going to admit LeBron's a bad mid-range shooter when he's not. He's not bad. He's not Westbrook. He's not Giannis. He's not none of those dudes. He brought up Dwayne Wade and Tracy McGrady and guys like that. Those guys also shot 38% from mid-range for their careers. 39% is average. That's what it is. And we don't know what Michael Jordan shot for his career. We only know what he shot for 4 years. That's it. That's all we know.
That's actually a shame.
Yeah, I'm going to keep you up here, though. Don't go nowhere, Travis. We got Wayne in the building. What up, Wayne? Thank you for joining me on a Friday night exposure.
Yeah, I'm good, buddy.
We having some fun. So let me ask you a question. Does Jordan have a left hand?
Yeah, man. You got a little bit left. A little left. You got some left. Right. What I will say pertaining to that is that early on he had some problems going left. The evidence is clear. He obviously developed it over time. That evidence is clear as well. But something interesting I noticed, one, Mike P got shouted out on Gil's Arena. That's the first thing. And the more popular media houses are not saying anything about we done with the 80s because that would expose Jordan some more, right? They're always talking about he's done with the 90s now because he was more successful then. So these little tidbits I picked up and I said, listen, I got to share this with these guys. And the other thing, Michael Jordan fans are so shocked that they're exposing him that he didn't have a left or he was miserable going left early, especially early in his career.
Oh my God.
They couldn't deal with it for the past probably a few weeks, like a month or something. And when it started to get traction, then you see them come out with some lame ass videos about this person ain't got no right, this person ain't got no left, and a whole lot of nonsense. But it doesn't take away from the fact that the evidence is out there. As you rightfully said, these guys weren't looking at videos or games back in the day.
They're not.
So now that it actually came out and you're showing it, everybody's shocked. They couldn't handle it for a whole month. They were pretty much silent.
This is such bullshit, Wayne.
Go ahead, Travis. Go ahead.
Wayne, I guarantee you've never watched a game, like a full Jordan game, otherwise you don't. No player in NBA history is going to sit there, take 5 or 6 dribbles with his left hand and make no moves. The players always, what you're seeing every time you watch a game, does a player have their dominant hand? Sure. But the evidence is clear, you're right. Almost every single player who's an alpha, at least, is going to do one of two things. Either go to the dominant hand, or again, like you see countless times, Jordan taking 2, 3 dribbles, biggest move, passing it off. It's not that you can't say they don't have a left hand just because they're not taking 5 or 6 dribbles and like going. That's just a straw man argument. It's just stupid. You could watch this like drunk dude taking lowlights of Jordan like making a bad play or two and like say, oh yes, and all that. He's doing this because he can't support LeBron as they go any other way, so he wants to make this stupid catchphrase and like fool all the casuals into believing it with like 3 or 4 lowlights. He's not watching entire games.
Wait, Travis, how did he convince us if we're watching the same footage he's showing us?
Because you guys are casuals.
Wait, it's not casual. Let me show you a casual. Listen to what Benjamin just said right here. Let me show you. This is why I showed you Benjamin's a casual. Benjamin put here, LeBron James below average three-point shooter, below average mid-range, below average free throw shooter, right? All lies. Free throw, he's not below average. The NBA average for free throws is like 74%, less than that for his history. The three-point line, it's less than 34% in his history. But Michael Jordan is below average in NBA's history from the three-point line. He's also below average at the rim. So let's talk about Jordan. You guys think mid-range means something. It doesn't mean anything because Jordan was a good mid-range shooter. Being a good mid-range shooter doesn't make you a better basketball player than anybody. That doesn't mean nothing.
I agree.
Luka Doncic shoots 75% from the three-point line for his career. No one calls him a bad shooter. Y'all just said that you have to be a good mid-range shooter, free throw shooter, to be considered a good shooter. Luka Doncic is not a good free throw shooter by y'all standards. He shoots in the 70s.
Right.
I don't understand anything about his free throws.
Tim Duncan shoots low in free throws. Dwayne Wade shoots like 77, so 79%, less than 80% as well. Like y'all make up these things and y'all just don't know basketball. That's why you don't watch the history. You don't know the history. You know the highlights. That's why I used to call you guys ESPN, NBC fans, because you learn basketball from an ESPN highlight with Stuart Scott and John Butzegratz and those guys, and from a Bob Costas NBC intro, who told you lies.
None of what
None
you
of
said
that.
applies to me at all.
I'm just saying, none of y'all really go back and watch the footage. Y'all really don't watch the man who's making these films and making these claims is actually sitting down and watching the film. He's
Well, then
watching
he's
the
wrong.
games.
He's
No,
hilariously
he's
wrong.
only show. No, he's hilarious, and he's just showing you what he's seeing.
What he's seeing is like two plays. He's ignoring the rest.
No, he's not ignoring the rest
Yes, he is.
because that's what y'all do with LeBron James. You ignore the
Yes,
rest. You
What do I
yes.
ignore.
ignore?
And same thing with
Fact,
Jaylen Brown. You
fact,
ignore the
Ajani. Fact,
rest. You guys do the
fact,
same thing with every era, but that era. So
fact.
that's why he say we done with the '90s because we are done with the idea. There's nothing we can't poke fun at in the '90s and the '80s. We can poke fun at the way they were cokeheads. We can poke fun at the way they looked. He doesn't just talk about. He didn't just start with Jordan's left hand. That's just something he gradually noticed as he kept watching games.
Yeah,
It just
as he
Chris
was
Clark.
drinking.
it became apparent. Like, damn, this man really don't like going left. And it was in the game strategy to beat him. And it worked for 3 straight seasons. To the
It-
point they made an SI cover showing Michael Jordan being held back by Joe Dumars because they made Jordan go left.
Had nothing to do with why they beat
move.
him.
The
Yes, it
narrative,
did.
the narrative that the media has painted about Michael Jordan is that he's almost perfect. Even
Yeah.
when he's not good in a certain area, he's still great. You can't talk about it. He had this glossy image, right?
No,
So no,
these are the things that you guys just say. That's not true. Nobody who knows basketball says a player is perfect and is
no,
above
no, no.
review.
Oh,
No.
see, Travis,
The Mike
this is where you guys
fans,
see. This is where you
the
guys can.
media has painted an
Yes,
image.
not but
The
just
Mike
Wayne,
fans,
but the fans sue. We hear it all
the
the
fans
time.
have
Well, they're
shined that
casuals
up
too.
really good. So the fact that we're actually challenging this now I'm telling you, is a shock to Mike fans. I have never met a bunch of guys who are so irrational. They can't hold one position across the board at all.
They can't.
I was a
They
Michael Jordan fan. I was a Michael Jordan fan. And I
uh-huh.
watched him for however long. And then I saw the LeBron, after 10 years into LeBron's career, I said, wait, man, this guy got some comparable numbers to Mike. And I started delving into the statistics and so on. So why weren't they giving him the credit, some of the credit that Mike got with some of the same numbers? And then I said, wait, man, when I actually came into the social media sports groups, I'm like, this is impossible. These guys are crazy. Because every time LeBron does something that
Women.
outshines Mike,
Mhm.
all of a sudden it's trash. LeBron got 40,000 points. My brother has not publicly acknowledged LeBron getting 40,000 points. The scoring title is trash. GOAT is greatest of all time. Why can't we use all-time list? There's no LeBron fan that the Mike fans allowed to use an all-time list, even though Mike is on the very all-time list. Those are facts. The all-time scoring record is trash. Kareem had no fans, so nobody ain't pushing for Kareem. But the fact that somebody passed him up in the modern era and then further went on to get 40,000 points, that's a great accomplishment in itself. You want to talk about Michael Jordan's 10 scoring titles? Scoring is scoring. Come on, guys.
No, you know
40,000
what?
points. Who did
Yeah,
that?
Wayne, you're right.
Nobody else but Bron.
You're right, Wayne. That is the issue with Kareem. Kareem doesn't have fans. He had the
He got no
respect.
fans.
He doesn't have He doesn't have a large fan base. There's not a lot of
Good.
people who. He really doesn't, and that's why people don't fight for Kareem as much as you hear Kobe Bryant or LeBron get fought for against
So I
Jordan.
fight for Kareem. He's number 3.
No, I'm just saying, as far as being the GOAT, technically he's supposed to still have been the GOAT till LeBron had passed him. But Wayne, give me your last word so I can let King Money fly. And I got Benjamin in the background. I guess Benjamin really wants Benjamin. You got to have your 5 minutes, Benjamin. I'm not going to sit and argue with you. But go ahead, Wayne.
Yo, we done with the 80s. Big garbage. Big trash.
Wayne, you're lucky you have like the sexiest voice ever, dude. I
Done.
can't argue with you.
Pause.
Garbage.
Pause. Holla back, Wayne. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
man.
You guys are crazy, man.
I can't argue with someone who sounds that awesome.
No, that accent, that patois Caribbean accent is kind of cool,
It
man.
is.
King Money Fly, thanks for joining me, man. As you can see, we're talking. Again, I just proved LeBron James got a mid range. All right, Jordan got a left hand because of footage, right?
Yeah.
So LeBron has a mid range because of footage. I showed you, and I have more. I could have showed y'all more than just a minute or two of LeBron James shooting a bunch of mid range shots from different eras, before Miami, after Miami, while in Miami. There's nothing but footage of LeBron James hitting mid range after mid range, contested, pull up, left handed, right handed, all kinds of stuff. We don't even want to go there. LeBron's the GOAT. So King Money Fly, what you got for us today, sir?
Man, what's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. It's Friday night exposure with the exposer. What we exposing tonight? What you got for me?
Man, what's happening, man? I just want to expose the feet away from the rim with LeBron. Like, if he's getting money going there and he's a high percentage,
Mm-hmm.
why would he want to change anything? Like, they make it like it's a bad thing that he get a lot of percentage in the paint. You still got to stop him, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and they not able to stop him. It's the same when they talk about MJ and his jump shots, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you just said that he's lower than LeBron, close to the paint, all that. LeBron is like average for his jump shots. You know what I mean? But they still trying to say like Bron ain't skilled, like, you know what I'm saying? Or and it's just crazy. Like, I just wish people would stop saying that, man. And I just think man, what else I was gonna say, man? I'm sitting here smoking. My bad.
No, but the thing is about what you're saying is also true. Is that what they fail to realize is that from 10 feet to the rim, LeBron's better, right? And then from 20 feet out, LeBron is better. So Jordan's only really better with LeBron from 10 feet to 19 feet, which includes the free throw lines. That's where Jordan is considered better at by the numbers. By the numbers, because we don't have Jordan's 80s numbers, which if we had the 80s numbers, you guys would clearly see Jordan does not shoot 45% from mid-range. And it's not even 45. I rounded up. It's not. He shot one season above 45% while it was recorded from mid-range. He's not that great of a mid-range shooter. And when you say volume-wise, he took a bunch of them. He makes 4 out of 10. LeBron makes 4 out of 10. Who's really better? The same thing with the three-point line. LeBron makes 3 out of 10. Jordan makes 3 out of 10. Who's really that much better? But y'all can't accept these things. Y'all gotta try to take any little nudge and make it a big fucking Grand Canyon when it's not really that big of a deal. What's the real numbers say? 32,000 and 40,000. That's what the numbers say. Those are the real numbers. Those are what the real numbers say. So King Money Fly, you want to land it here with your last thing? Because I'm going to let Benjamin come up because we're going to let Benjamin have a solo. Benjamin wants to talk. So go ahead and drop the bomb for me, King Money Fly.
I'm gonna drop a bomb. Let me see, man. Let me see what I can drop a bomb. I think the fact that why MJ improved his jumper because he knew he wasn't going to pass the ball and get his teammates involved. Instead of him staying with the game plan and, and elevate a little bit, he just took it to a whole nother element. Like, yo, they ain't going to let me get to the paint, so I'm just going to keep shooting all the jumpers. Y'all niggas ain't going to never develop on the offense.
Jordan mid-range was necessary because when Jordan lost his first step and he couldn't get to the rim like he could early in his years, the mid-range game helped him out, and it also works well with the triangle offense. It worked well. It allowed him to get the type of shots he needed to get so that he can get his 30 points per game. That's why Jordan liked that. That's why the mid-range worked well for him. He understood that because that's like the three-pointer. Back then, the mid-range was like the three-pointer. The mid-range is one of the most inefficient shots in today's NBA because people can actually shoot the three. So it's better for me to take a step back, to go a couple of feet back and hit a three-pointer than to shoot this 18, 20-footer. I might as well take this step back and shoot this three and get a three-pointer. Like, I might as well do that. Like, it's just the same thing with Jordan. I might as well hit this mid-range than try to attack the basket and go under there with my below-average finishing at the rim skills. So I'm gonna let you get off right here, King Fly, man. I appreciate you because I want to hear what Benjamin got to say. Before you get in, Benjamin, let's let Travis in because I know Travis got something to say. Shout out to Hip Hop Forever We appreciate you, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. We are the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to be a member of the channel, as we got different perks. We're giving out shirts. We got hats. We even going to come out with a poster for our 2-year anniversary, which is coming up next month. So we're going to have some fun. So Travis, you know, a lot of these guys are afraid of you, Travis. They don't want to come challenge you. Travis wants somebody to debate him. This is what Friday night is for. He's here for a debate. Travis opened doors. First of all, Travis, besides the GOAT debate, what else would you like to debate with somebody? Because I know you wanted to debate Ace 30 about zone defense.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, Ace 30 zone defense. I was ready to.
Twin Man's the GOAT conversation, but those two aside, what else?
That's it, man. I was talking about. Well, there was if Boycott, he had one of the worst takes ever. I admire Boycott. He's hugely intelligent. Well, the way he talks, he said that the players of the 90s were just incapable of like scoring these points with absolutely no context. I would love to get down with Boycott about that, but either way.
Shots fired, Boycott. Shots fired, Boycott. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You know what, though? He did say that the 90s players and the 80s players did have a bag. It was a bag of Coke. But they did have a bag.
He did say that.
So, Benjamin, you wanted to come back up. Obviously, I said something that disturbed you. What's on your mind, my friend?
Just a quick fact check. Just real quick. LeBron actually shoots below league average from the free throw line. I got the numbers on Basketball Reference. It is. He shoots 73.5 for his career. League average is 76.1. Michael Jordan, I don't know where the whole Michael Jordan shot below average at the rim. That's literally only 96, 97. Those other 3 seasons he shot above league average. So I had to fact check that real quick. But now that we got the fact checks out the way, just in general, the reason why people talk about versatility and like, oh, you got to be able to shoot, you got to do this, is not, that you can't dominate lacking skills. Shaq, for example, Shaq couldn't really do shit outside the paint. He's extremely dominant. It's just that it makes it that much harder. It's easier for defenses to guard you. And you saw that a lot more with LeBron his first 7 years compared to MJ. So that's one of the reasons why people bring it up. It's not just, oh, well, we just want him to stop taking efficient shots at the rim. It ended up hurting his game more based on the numbers.
All right, so let's fact check you first. Michael Jordan shot 52% at the rim in 1997, which was considered one of his prime years. That is well below league average, which is 62% for NBA history.
League average was 55% that year, so just to fact check you on that.
Again,
yes,
it is below league average for his era, but it's also below league average for NBA history. And
so it's not about history; it's about the season.
Again, you're not going to overtalk me. I get tired of you guys doing this. I gave you your speech. When I speak, don't try to interrupt me and tell me something when I'm looking at the numbers. You just agreed with me at 55%, 52% is fucking below average. So don't fucking cut me off. That's rude. That's when the exposure shows up. You don't know how to have a conversation, and that's y'all problem. It is rude to cut somebody off when it's their turn to speak. It is rude to think you can come on somebody else's show and speak whenever you want to. You need to have your own show. And let's see how I behave when you ask me to show up. So I will repeat myself. Jordan, in his fucking prime, shot 52% at the rim. That is below league average for that season. That's below league average for NBA history. Jordan shot less than 60% below at the rim, which is below league average for league history. The NBA history is not 76% from the free throw line in NBA's history. So LeBron James does not shoot below average. You're a liar. You didn't come up here to have a conversation. You came up here to lie. And as a liar, you don't come on GOAT James Kingdom and get a chance to speak. You get to sit in the background and watch us talk because we have no reason to lie. We don't care if Michael Jordan's below average at the rim or not. You do. But he's below average at the fucking rim. That's what he is. So when you want to bring up Michael Jordan, and even if you want to accept LeBron James being below at the free throw line, and he's below average from the mid-range. Jordan's below average from three-point land. He's below average at the rim. You guys don't want to accept these factors. That's what is the matter with you guys. That is your problem. That is the real situation. He goes here, let me respond if the arguments are so good. You can't, it's not your turn to fucking respond, Benjamin. You had your chance to speak. You can't try to cut me off when it's my turn to respond. I have a right to respond now. I gave you the floor. You have 5 minutes the next time you show up. Other than that, you don't get to show up on GOAT James Kingdom. I don't care. So, Travis, we're going to have another great conversation.
Why? And your boys won, by the way.
No, huh?
You guys won.
So. Who? The Heat won?
Yeah.
Yay. I like that. Let's go, my Heat. We was on a 4-game losing streak. I was hurt the other night. I was just like, oh my God. The Lakers and the Heat lost back to back watching both games. And I'm just sitting back to myself thinking, this can't happen. I need Tyler Hero back. I need my boy Tyler back. Tyler Hero needs to come back.
Your boy Bam took care of business though, man.
As far as the Lakers go, I don't know what to say about Anthony Davis. As great as Anthony Davis is, I don't know what to say about Anthony Davis, bro. He doesn't like to bang with any big men. They don't want to get any other big men to absolve him from doing that, so at least he doesn't have to worry about it. And he gets bullied by what's his name? Sabonis?
Yeah. Sabonis is on a tear too.
No, yeah, Sabonis is a great player, but he's not known for being a bully. He literally was, you know what I'm saying? Like Sabonis
is soft. He's been soft his whole career too, you know.
I'm not gonna call him soft. I don't go to the soft. Who knows soft? AD is fucking soft.
Yeah.
Let me let Ismail while you speak. Go ahead. I'm listening though, but go ahead, man. Let me let you. Man, again, I don't understand these guys. Ishmael, am I wrong for not allowing people to overtalk me when it's my turn to speak?
I can see how you get frustrated because you do allow. I see that you do allow a lot of people to talk. You give them their time, and then as soon as you start saying something, they get so excited that they just have a habit of like interjecting what they have to say, what you have to say. See, like they don't also give you a lot of. They don't give you the time to be wrong either, and so I can see how that can get you frustrated. So, yeah, he. I can see what he was saying. I can see what you were saying. But what's up, Travis? What's up, Ajani? It's a good show. I think it's pretty entertaining. But I just want to interject. I wanted to say that he was bringing up something about like versatility, and he brought up LeBron James. That's just pretty disingenuous. He brought up like the Cleveland situation because versatility doesn't make you a better scorer. Like it's not like, and there's reasons behind that because Kevin Durant would have more versatility in scoring, but he doesn't have the better production, like by a large margin in scoring. Like it's like they basically both average 27%. 27 points. KD might have the better percentage in true shooting and I think overall field goal, and he may have the better percentage in 3-point and also in mid range. But when it comes to production.
He may be better all around.
Yeah. Yes, I'm not going to deny that. But when it comes to production, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Versatility doesn't make you a better scorer because if that was the case, Kevin Durant and a host of versatile scorers would be better scorers than LeBron James, but they're simply not. Just because Shaquille O'Neal was only one aspect of scoring, that doesn't mean that they're going to be able to stop him. If it works for one person, it's like the term Bruce Lee said that he's afraid of the person that practices the same punch rather than or the same kick or something like that, rather than like a multitude of different skill sets. The person that practices the same thing over and over again will tend to be good no matter what. They'll find ways around it. What happened with Cleveland is that LeBron was really like the only main scorer on that team, and so the Spurs were able to focus on him majority of the time. Because he was the main volume scorer on that team. And so then when he got with the Heat and other players, it allowed and enabled him to be able to do what he needed to do to be successful. And so I just think it's kind of disingenuous. Like there is no evidence that versatile scorers have this larger margin on scores that are least versatile. Like Giannis Antetokounmpo still averages like 30 points a game, and he shoots all his shots from the rim. So I'm just saying, like, that doesn't make you a better scorer. It's not a talent show. A better scorer is your production at the end of the day.
And you know what? I agree with you. That is a great point, Ishmael. Shout out to A Weezy Bang. I see you there, the Bang Sports Entertainment Nation, man. Shout out to you, A Weezy, man. Appreciate you. The perfect example why versatility doesn't matter is Kobe Bryant versus Karl Malone. No matter what y'all say, they both played 20 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They're both a part of the 30,000 club. They both have 25 points per game for their career. Karl Malone obviously is more efficient than Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant's more versatile. People would say Kobe Bryant's a better scorer. Based on what? I'm getting the same production. I'm getting 25 points per game for 1,400 games or 1,300 games for your career. It's 20 games.
On better efficiency, too.
That's what I'm saying, on better efficiency. Now, some would say, oh, he had Stockton to help him get the ball. It doesn't matter. He's still a great scorer. For you to think that Karl Malone was only scoring because he had Stockton, did it make it easier? Yes. Like we always tell you, being a great point guard and having a ball facilitator makes it very easy to score. Mm-hmm. But still, Karl Malone's a great scorer. It doesn't matter. He wasn't as versatile as Kobe Bryant was. He wasn't as versatile as Dwayne Wade was. But he was a greater scorer than them because he is about putting the ball in the hoop, bro. If you could put the ball in the hoop with your left foot, put it in the hoop with your left foot.
Right. Yeah. That's basketball, and so that's what it is. Like no other sport, or mainly like basketball is like the main sport.
Based on their playoff numbers, I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ishmael. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, well, based on their playoff, Kevin Durant averages like 1 point, but when you more point in the playoffs than LeBron James for career. But I mean, if you're talking about points generated, where you're talking about the most points generated between assists and scoring, LeBron James has the most when it comes to assists and scoring. But then, like, when you say Kobe Bryant, they'll try to have all these nuance, and they'll mention that Kobe Bryant was double team, triple team, he played hero ball. So then it didn't enable him to score as efficiently as he wanted to. So it's all these excuses that they'll just.
Well, I think you're right. I think you're right about a lot of things, especially like the versatility thing. It doesn't really matter, like you said. Like there were the first years where LeBron was largely obviously the best offensive player in his team, and so teams can kind of key in on that, especially even the first year he went to Miami, and the first two finals. Obviously, he wasn't at his best. He averaged about 19 points per game on 39% shooting over those two series. And so, I mean, I'm not going to say he lost those series single-handedly. No, but he did get outperformed wildly by 85% of his teammates as far as efficiency goes. But then he developed his game a little bit, cherry-picked a few wins, choked another series away, though, against the Nuggets last year, so that sucks. But, he became a great scorer, and, that's why he has 40,000 points.
Listen, y'all, Benjamin is the best. Benjamin is the perfect product of why GOAT James Kingdom exists. He says, I'm talking about Karl Malone dropping in the playoffs. Karl Malone goes from 25 points per game in the regular season to 24.7. He considered that dropping. No, that's not the dropping he's talking about. It's going from 50-something% field goal percentage to going down to 46. And which is still better than Kobe's. Still better than Kobe's.
His I'm about to replace Kobe with David Robinson top 10.
And mind you, a majority of Karl Malone's if we take Karl Malone's career outside when he played 21 games with the Lakers when they made the finals in 2004, he averages 26 points per game. His efficiency still goes down. But if you go into his prime years when he was winning everything, like we always would like to talk about when we talk about Kobe, he was still the man. 26 points per game, 10 rebounds, 11 rebounds per game, shooting 46% from the field. He's going to say that's dropping, going down for 46%. Like, that's how they want to talk about it. So Karl Malone's 193 games is going to trump Karl Malone's 1,300 or 1,400 games played.
Karl was an assassin for mid-range, too. He had a nice little jumper.
He had everything. He had everything besides the three-point shot, man. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't get it. Ishmael, let me get some last words so I can let Wayne come up, because Wayne got something to say. He says it's not.
It's just
no, like, Benjamin, it's not. Hold on, wait. Benjamin, it's not personal. You take this personal. You guys think just because I talk to you this way that it's personal. It's not personal. I don't even fucking know who you are. You're standing behind a Benjamin Franklin fucking avatar. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know you. Don't give two fucks about you. But I'm not going to let you sit here disrespect me on my show and over-talk me when you're getting exposed because you can't handle information. Jordan is below average for mid-range. I mean, from at the rim. That's it. He's below average at three-pointer. Come with a better argument. Everything that you try to do to make Michael Jordan better than LeBron just proves how not great Michael Jordan is in general. Because Jordan's game has flaws. And you can't cherry pick what he does good and ignore what he does bad. And also do the same thing with LeBron. Cherry pick what LeBron does bad. Continually talk about his mid-range and free throw when we know he's a good three-point shooter and he's good at the rim. Like, leave it alone. He's an elite passer. He's an elite scorer. He's an elite defender. He's better than Mike. And the film says it, and the stats say it, and you're going to sit in the background because I'm not letting you up. So let's let Wayne up. Ishmael, go ahead. Go ahead, Ishmael. I'm sorry.
I'll ask Travis real quick. Travis, do you really think Michael Jordan had a left? Like, I'm not talking about like it was just disabled, but I'm talking about in the 80s, in the early part of his career. Do you really think he had a decent left in the early part of his career?
Well, again, man, it's so like when you ask like three different people, you're gonna ask like, okay, what do you mean by left? Because there's if you watch Michael Jordan game, he was great at finishing with either hand. Okay, was he taking like 5, 6, 7 dribbles around guys going left? No, but again, especially on the break, he could get to his spot dribbling right or left-handed. His game was again, he would take 2 or 3 dribbles. He was efficient. He'd pull up or pass or go into his move. He wasn't gonna like break somebody's ankles and then like take 4 from it. Like so, when you're saying he doesn't have a left hand, you gotta like be. I mean, what they're talking about is basically going the length of the court with your left, which nobody does or whatever. Mike had a left hand.
I mean, people do that today for sure, man. They do. They definitely do that.
No, and this is the deal. This is the deal. Jordan was going to pick up the ball after dribbling with his left hand twice, or he was going to go back to his strong hand. They understood that. So if Jordan didn't get the ball and dribble twice and get to the paint, he was going to take a bad shot. And that's why it was effective versus him. Because, yeah, if he takes those 2 dribbles and get to the rim, he's going to be able to finish. Jordan can finish at the rim. But that was what they told me. Push him left. Because if he's 15, 20 feet away from the rim and he can't take those 2 dribbles, or if we push him far as possible while he's taking those 2 dribbles, he's going to take a bad shot. He's gonna have to pick up the ball. That's why he turned over the ball a lot more against Detroit. That's why his efficiency was lower against Detroit, because they forced him into making bad plays more often, because they forced him left more often than anybody.
I mean, you can say that about. I mean, that's maybe true, but I mean, like every other player today or anywhere, like show me one guy who's dominant at his left.
You're right, Travis. Now, granted, in today's NBA, it's different. These guys are more skilled. They can go left and right way much better than back then. Magic didn't have a left that much. That game that Bird supposedly scored 40 points with his left hand wasn't really true. Bird hit like 5 shots with his left hand.
The thing is, when you talking about like today's era, or when I was playing in high school, like guys would break a whole press with their left hand only and stuff like that. Like they really, like even or in college, you know, they would just break whole press and they can dribble all around the court with their left hand, no problem, and get finished with their left. And so it's just like I didn't see Michael doing that until probably like, or him capable of doing that into the 90s. But I'm gonna head out. I just want to say, versatility in scoring doesn't really prove. I have yet to see versatility prove that it wins. It makes you better as a scorer, or impacts the game. So, but I'm out. Thank you, Ajani. Thank you, Travis. I appreciate it.
Nah, appreciate it, Ishmael, man. You're a good brother. Appreciate you. That is Ishmael, y'all. You know where to find him.
He's all on the level. Love Ishmael.
Yeah, he's a young dude too. I forgot to ask him what his age is. Ishmael, tell us what your age is in the comment, brother. Here, look, Benjamin. Here goes one for you. Here, Rudy Scooty. Rudy Scooty says, Benjamin, the most efficient shooter is the better player. In fact, true shooting percentage has a correlation coefficient of 0.78 with win percentage.
Damn.
I don't know what that means, but Benjamin, you can take that and run with it, Benjamin. Have fun. Wayne, what you got for me? Because we about to get up out of here. What you got for me, Wayne?
Yeah, man. I just wish, from my experience, that Michael Jordan fans would have one set standard. If this is the standard for Michael Jordan, we can use the same standard for LeBron James. You can't cherry pick. Mike is not great at everything, and other players are better than him at some areas. Okay, the fact that Mike Peake exposed Michael Jordan for some of his shortcomings is the very same thing that Mike fans been doing forever with LeBron James. Nobody ever came back as hard as Mike Peake came at them, and it just didn't go viral. But Go James Kingdom has really exposed a lot of stuff about how great LeBron is, and it just shows what I call for years now hypocrisy of Michael Jordan fans. He wasn't good at everything. He was good, yes. He had his moments. Other players have their moments. That's why I've always said be standard across the board with your criteria. I don't want to cherry pick anything. Go across the board. Let's check everything: the totals, the averages, the
Mm-hmm.
advanced metrics. And my research across almost 40 categories, totals, averages, and advanced metrics, shows that Brown is ahead. I can't do anything about that. That's the evidence. I can't do anything about it. And just Michael Jordan fans have to come off this throne that you guys have for him. That's just the reality.
No, and they don't have to. This is what I've always said. You guys could have this infatuation with Michael Jordan or whatever it is. Let's just say,
Yeah,
I'm not going to use any disrespect. Whatever it is you have for Michael Jordan, you can have it, but admit to it for what it is. It isn't. It's
right,
not an objective take. It's your fandom. It's your bias.
right,
It's your personal preference. As an example, again, this guy's been showing it all night, an hour long. Mr. Benjamin, he doesn't stop. So Rudy Gobert's true percentage doesn't matter. But when it fits Michael Jordan to make Michael Jordan sound well, they want to use his true percentage shooting. True percentage has to matter no matter what because it matters. Is Rudy
right.
Gobert the most efficient scorer in NBA history because of his true shooting? If that's what it is, I don't know if it's him or Clint Capella. Yes! Yes! That means 70% of the times they shoot the ball, they fucking make a basket. They get points.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter if they only take 10 shots compared to someone who's taking 20 shots. The idea is that whenever they take a shot, they are one of the most efficient scorers in NBA history.
no argument there.
What are we arguing about? That's what the number represents. It represents how efficient they are in scoring points compared to the amount of shots they take. That means 70% of the times they shoot, they are actually scoring. That's fucking great. Because if Rudy Gobert is no longer great, it's just like Sports Fluent got upset with me. Because again, remember the playoff numbers matter. That Tony Parker is only one of 11 players in NBA history. Heard what I just said, y'all. One of 11 in NBA history to have 4,000 playoff points. And because of such, 4,000 points no longer mean anything. Because Tony Parker has 4,000 points. And Dwayne Wade doesn't. And Wilt Chamberlain doesn't. And Dirk
Yeah, yeah.
Nowitzki doesn't. Because these players don't, that means Tony Parker can't be considered a great playoff player, performer, which he was, because 4,000 points, that bothers you. So the Rudy Gobert numbers bothers you because you're not a basketball fan. You can't watch the film and understand what you're watching. No one ever said anybody's great because of their true shooting. We keep telling y'all stop using advanced metrics. It don't mean shit. It never meant shit. It just gives you a better understanding for those who don't actually watch the game. Because most of us can't watch the game. Matter of fact, 6 games are on tonight. Which one of you motherfuckers is watching?
I'm watching them all right now. So.
You see what I'm saying? And mind you, I have the game package. You can condense 10-minute highlights to watch every game if I want to. You know what I'm saying? Just to get that in. But I can't watch every fucking NBA basketball game. No one really can. I showed y'all Charles Barkley his fucking job to watch 2 games a week, and he fell asleep on one of them.
Yes.
So we know you're not going back and watching no film from 30, 40 years ago just to sit there and watch it. Why? What's the purpose? Like, you really don't, then you must not really have a fucking life. And you might as well just be a part of the GOAT James Kingdom platform, become a subscriber, because we'll give you better content than going back and watching 1980s basketball.
True.
So,
Hey,
Benjamin,
sorry for cutting you. This Travis has have a
go ahead.
podcast or something.
What happened?
Oh, not yet, man. Considering it though.
Listen. Travis is our stat man. Travis is gonna get us our stat man. You'll see Travis every Sunday on the GOAT James Kingdom show. All right. Other than his job changing his schedule like they did at one point in time.
Yeah, I
But
got some family commitments, so I can't really make it all the time. But
fine.
I would love to discuss some ball with Travis, man.
It's fine.
Dude,
Listen,
anytime when I'm always down, and I really dig your takes as well. Like real talk.
Listen, man. Listen. This is what GOAT James Kingdom is for. This is what Friday Night Exposure is for, so that we can really talk basketball. I do not want to poke fun at Michael Jordan all day long, but it's easy because you guys give us the material. You give me material. I never went to go look up Michael Jordan's at the rim percentage until y'all were telling me all this other stuff that didn't make no sense.
Guys,
The
stop giving him
comedy writes
material.
itself.
Like you don't need to.
No, they're gonna keep doing it because they can't. Because remember, you are making up things, and as you're making things up, you feel like you've accomplished something. We all know we're human beings. When you create something, no matter what the fuck we create, we can make a apple pie. You know, oh, look how good my apple pie looks, because creating is a part of our genetics and our makeup as human beings. So when you create these myths and these methodologies of Michael Jordan, you feel good about yourself. You really do. And then here comes Ajani and Brandon.
Jenna, I've never made up anything or lied or been incorrect about anything.
Shit, your resume.
No. Good times.
Everybody's resume. Everybody's fucking resume. My resume says I was a manager 10 years ago. I ain't never been a manager. Anyways, y'all, that is Wayne. Thank you, Wayne, for joining me, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you, man. Listen, Benjamin, you're still in the background. I'm sorry, sir. I don't have time for you today. It was fun. I brought you up twice. You have 5 minutes available to you. The offer is out there for you. We want to hear your take. You've seen what happens for the 5 minutes, so you should have no fear on bringing up your 5 different takes on why Jordan is the GOAT. If you can't do that, then you cannot talk to Ajani the Exposer. You're going to be safe in the comments. He said just one. Okay, hold on. He said, all right, y'all. He said just one stat. Travis, should I give him the one stat?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not even going to argue it, whether it's wrong or not. I'm just going to hit. I just want to hit the one stat. Okay, let's just hit the one stat. All right, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Benjamin. Benjamin, what is your one stat? Please tell me, sir.
Well, you just keep saying I'm wrong, like I'm wrong about this, I'm wrong about that. Like, which stat specifically was I wrong about?
You said Jordan was not below average at the rim, and she was.
Could you like pull up the numbers so just we can like verify what you're saying?
62% is league average. In Jordan's era, it's higher.
In which year?
NBA league history.
Yeah, so that's not what I'm doing. I'm doing league average on that season. So if we're going by, so like, not if we were doing 96, 97, I'm saying, oh, what was league average of this season?
Okay, what was 1997's league average?
55%.
And what was Michael Jordan's?
52%.
So Michael Jordan was below league average?
Yes, in 1 year, but you said he was below league average for his career. Basically, you're saying the 4 seasons that he had on record. And what I'm saying is, yes, he was below league average in 1 season. The other 3 seasons, he was above league average.
Again, for Jordan's 4 years that they have it recorded, it's over 62%. Jordan is at 59.8. That means he's below average.
Okay, just to fact check, just for anyone out there, you can go on any season, go on Google, you can say 96, 97, any season, type in season summary, go to the show shooting section. It's going to give you the averages from each distance. So 98, MJ shot 64% at the rim, league average was 62%. In both his Wizard seasons, league average was 60%, he was 61%. So he was on league average, below league average 1 of those seasons. So 3 out of 4, he was efficient. 1 out of 4, he was inefficient. Just to fact check.
Okay, thank you for that. Have a great night. That was great by you. And just to let you guys know, again, the league average for Michael Jordan between 1997 and 2003 was 62%. Jordan shot less than that. That's the facts. That will always be the facts, and you can't change that. You are not the one who are doing the numbers. You're doing it by season, and you're not doing it by career. You're not doing it per season for LeBron. That's why you're a cherry picker, and you belong where you belong. You have now been exposed by the exposer. Travis, any last words, young man?
No, man. Great show per usual. Extremely entertaining, and we've got a lot of great personalities here. And Sunday should be a good show.
Yeah. Again, he's calling me a liar. Go get the numbers. Go get the average. I did it already. I already did this information. I'm not asking you to tell me what you got. I'm telling you to tell me what is the league average while Michael Jordan was in the league at 0 to 3 feet. We'll be back on a Sunday night, ladies and gentlemen, to have a great show. So, Travis, I'll let you go. Thank you so much, sir. See you Sunday.
Have a good one, man.
Appreciate you, brother. So as you can see, y'all, I don't have time to play with these people, man. Go do your research. Go look at the film. Don't tell me Mike Peake is cherry picking, because Mike Peake is he's still film watching. He went and started watching the Olympics. Go do your research. The man is watching film. He is studying. You go get the film and show us Michael Jordan's left hand. As of right now, if you're going to tell me the highlights is Jordan left hand, LeBron's highlights means he can shoot mid range. Go do your research. Go find out this information you're talking about. Again, they love to talk about Michael Jordan's numbers for those 4 years. That's all you have is 4 years. You don't have nothing else. The truth of the matter is Michael Jordan shot less than 50% from the field for his career. Is it one of the best field goal percentages as a guard in NBA history? Yes. I think it's actually the best out of all guards. No, it's not. I'm sorry. George Gervin is better. So again, he's not spamming our name. That is King John Gaskew III. He is a GOAT James Kingdom member. Shout out to you, John. He is allowed to represent GOAT James Kingdom to the fullest. It is not spam, ladies and gentlemen. So this is what we do here on GOAT James Kingdom. You guys are been great. It's been a wonderful Friday night. I'm gonna let you guys enjoy the rest of your Friday night so that you guys can have some fun. Rudy Scooty says, Benjamin Thunk, how you put the ball in the basket is more important than how efficient you shoot. Exactly. That's all that matters. Efficiency is very, very important. There's your field goal percentage, which means how many times you shoot the ball and you make it. And then there's your true shooting percentage, which shows how many times you shoot it and how many points you accumulate with those shots that you take. Either way, LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. He's one of the greatest players to ever play the game. This is the Friday night exposure with the exposer. I need you guys to go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, become a member of the channel by checking out the different tiers and becoming a member of the channel. We have 3 different tiers for anybody who wants to become a member of the channel. So again, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Friday night exposure with the exposer. I come to you live straight from the GOAT James Kingdom channel, and I will be back on Sunday's show where we're going to discuss, who knows what we're going to discuss Sunday. We still don't have a topic, but again, ladies and gentlemen, we are the GOAT James Kingdom platform. I'm Ajani the Exposer. You have now been exposed by the exposer. This is GOAT James Kingdom.
If you're a basketball fan and you're tired of basketball shows that talk about fake narratives and using non-basketball terms like killer instinct, playoff translation, gravity, come to GOAT James Kingdom.